Let's talk about relationship loneliness. Do you understand what I mean by relationship loneliness? That point that you're in a relationship, you are married, yet you still feel lonely. Your husband just acquired you as furnitures to keep in the house. You just have the title wife and girlfriends, but you do not have the benefits that come with it. Relationship loneliness is when people who claim to love you cannot even give you their time. There is nothing like I am so busy. Everybody can create time for you. If people love you, they will create so much time for you. In fact, it is when people do not love, that's when they're always looking for something to keep themselves busy. If you see many people that are not in a relationship, they always want to be busy. They are the ones that are the last to leave the office. But when you have a man and you have children at home, you always want to go back home to them. A lot of you are suffering from relationship loneliness. You have a man, yet there's nobody to communicate with. You have a woman, yes, there's nobody to communicate with, because it's either the man is not there, he claims to be too busy, or the woman is not matured enough to comprehend a common conversation. She turns it into a fight or into a nag. So you see a lot of you in relationship and marriage lonely. That is the birth of cheating. I call it cohabitation. Most of you are just cohabiting in relationship and marriage. You're not married. You are just there for the title, for society. What will they say? Let me just stay now. I don't enter. Besides, I don't enter. What I go do now? That's why most of you are still there in that relationship. But let me tell you what such thing does. Relationship loneliness actually makes you to become somebody that you are not. Example, you become very promiscuous, you start to cheat. You see a lot of women who are in this relationship loneliness or marriage loneliness, sleeping with their husband's driver, sleeping with house boys, sleeping with their cook, sleeping with their gatesman. That is how bad it gets. Very bad. It is relationship loneliness that causes it. And a lot of men need to understand that no matter how women want to pretend, they don't just want money. Women want company. They want you to be around them. They want to talk to you. They want to share. They want you to complement their looks. So as men. So we need to pay attention so that we don't get into relationship and we end up being lonelier than we were when we were single. Because a lot of you are running into relationships or marriage because you want someone to talk to, you want company, but you might end up getting married and you're still the same person, and even better when you were single. So you need to be careful when you're choosing your spouses and make sure that you create a communication ground. Communication is the most important thing in marriage. You talk more than you fuck. I've said this. So we need to be careful so that we don't get into this kind of relationship and end up regretting it, end up living with complaint. There's some women, since you got married, is they won't complain or the husband, my husband did this, my husband did that, my husband did that. It's because of you married a stranger and there's relationship loneliness. Your husband doesn't spend time with you. A lot of you women don't even know your husband. That's the reason why it looks as if every time there's a misunderstanding, because many of you women have not studied your husband to know when to stop. Many men have not studied their wives to know when to stop. Some of you are just married to strangers. Everybody is just coming into marriage to give their own rules and regulation. I don't know if they are giving like an award. You know, some people get into marriage and relationship and make it look like a power tussle. But it's not supposed to be a power tussle. It's supposed to be two beautiful people coming together to make one. It's a teamwork. You bring what you have, I bring what I have, I put it together, we do something great. That's what marriage is about. So it's not a competition. Nobody is trying to be higher than anybody. Nobody is trying to be bigger than anybody. That's why I said marry your friend. Marry people that you can communicate with and they don't see it like an insult. Because there are some people you talk to and they have a way of reading meaning into every of your statements. Even when you blink your eye, they said you have eyed them. You know, you need to be careful of such people. I thought I should remind a lot of beautiful women and a lot of handsome men that relationship loneliness actually exists, whereby you're in a relationship and you still feel lonely. You're still flirting online, you are still chatting different boys, yet you have a boyfriend. That's relationship loneliness. The same thing with the guys. These days, you hardly even see couples communicate. Everybody's on their phone. What are they looking for on their phone? They're looking for what blessings you have done. They're looking for what Amotola have done. You're so focused on the things that are outside, so you do not improve your relationship. Your relationship is so boring because you don't focus on what is inside. You're too focused on Blessing CEO's life. You want to know who is dating Blessing CEO. Anywhere you hear Blessing CEO, you run and go. You don't improve your own relationship. Do you understand? Focus on your relationship and give it the best. Once in a while, leave people alone and focus on your own relationship so that you can be best. Okay? If you focus on your focus, you become the focus. I thought I should remind you, my name still remains Okoro Blessing in Kiruka, and I'm popularly known as Blessing CEO. Don't forget, we have a working office right here in Lagos where you can walk in and talk to a relationship therapist. You need to understand that you don't need to be having marital problems before you come to a relationship therapist. You can even come before you get married. It teaches you emotional intelligence. There's some basic facts you need to know about marriages that you don't know. A lot of you married out of ignorance. You don't know what marriage is about. But when you talk to a relationship therapist, trust me, they have a way of guiding you. That's my job. Feel free to call the numbers 070 195 11795. Our office is right here in Lagos State, Lekki Phase 1. When you call, we'll give you all the necessary details. Don't forget that I love you and thank you so much for all your love and all your support. Don't forget to also subscribe to my YouTube channel. Love you guys.